Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Radhakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamsam Sri Rupam Sagrajanam Sahana Raghunatham Vidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Vairana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padha Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanditam Sa Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashada Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we welcome you all today for this very, very auspicious month of Kartik. This is the month that we all are waiting for. Just like we wait for Janmashtami, just like we wait for Gaur Purnima, we all wait for Kartik month. ISKCON devotees, actually if you see, Kartik month is celebrated in so much joy, so much of reverence, so much of respect, mostly among the ISKCON devotees. Before we came to ISKCON, we knew Kartik Mahina hai bolte, but we didn't know the importance of it. Shravan was important, or some other month was important, but Kartik we didn't know much. But later, when we read the scriptures, when we heard from the devotees, we came to know the importance of Kartik month. And why this is more relevant is because it is mentioned in the Shastras. Otherwise, people have their own notion. Someone will say you do this, someone will say you do that. That's why it is very important that everything we do as devotees, there should be some Shastric backing. It should be mentioned in some Shastras or it should be being told by some devotee. Otherwise, we should not get much involved in it because we hardly have time, especially Grahasthas, we have very less time. In that less time, we have to do something which is very highly beneficial. And Kartik fits perfectly for a Grahastha. And especially the Kali Yuga Grahastha, wherein we hardly have any time, we don't have time. Right? So, all of us, we know the glories of Kartik, so we will not speak on that. Rather, I thought we will speak today on. Make only 1 second, I was changing my voice. We will speak on Damodar Ashtakam. Right? Everyone knows Damodar Ashtakam? Anyone is there who doesn't know Damodar Ashtakam? No. So everyone knows Damodar Ashtakam. This Ashtakam, because there are 8 stanzas for Ashtakam. Every prayer, this is a prayer basically. This is a prayer, this is a poem, this is heartfelt gratitude written by a great devotee to the Lord. Every prayer, every bhajan, what the acharyas have written, we should sing it. And when we are singing it, we should pay attention to some specific words which are used in that prayer. Those words have great spiritual potency. So many years we are singing Damodar Ashtakam. Yesterday also devotees started for this year's Damodar Ashtakam. So when we are singing Damodar Ashtakam, there are certain words are there in Damodar Ashtakam we should pay special attention to. That is one. Second, we should know the meaning of the stotra, what we sing. By now, we must have all by hearted memorized the Damodar Ashtakam. But if we know the meaning of it, and with that meaning we have to see the Lord and sing it, that makes it even more effective. So today we will discuss on all the 8, let's see how much time permits, but all the 8 verses of Damodar Ashtakam. So the starting of Damodar Ashtakam, Satyavrat Muni sings Namam Ishwaram Sachidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Vrajamanam. So he starts by saying Namam Ishwaram. Ishwaram means master. Ishwaram means controller of everything. Ishwaram means owner, possessor of everything. Because this Leela, what you see over here, this Leela is specifically very, very private pastime of the Lord. It's private, na? Bhagwan ke badan pe kapde bhi nahi hai. Just one clock is there to protect him. Bas. So you don't see a prime minister or a president or a very, very wealthy businessman in this avatar. He'll be properly dressed. So this is only to very few private, very, very private people. His mother, his father, maximum his brother. That's it. All going away. So that form of the Lord we are able to see. So the Ishvara who controls all the universes, we are seeing him in this form. And what his mother is doing? She is taking a rope and binding him. And then sometimes we will get doubt. ये सच में भगवान है क्या? खुद को छुड़ा नहीं पा रहे हैं, हमें क्या छुड़ाएंगे? Right? So that's why Satyavrat right in start is saying Namam Ishwaram. He is telling us, don't make a mistake to consider him an ordinary person. Don't. This is not some movie going on. We are talking about Ishwara. Ishwara means controller of everything. Be respectful. We are fortunate that we got this fortune of listening to this pastime of the Supreme Lord. So right in start is saying Namam Ishwaram. Satchidananda Rupam. And his Rupa is what? Satchit Anand. Full of knowledge, full of bliss, and it is eternal. When I say it's full of knowledge, means he is having all knowledge. Because when Mother Yashoda was running behind him, he was confused. Mujhe kahan bhagna hai? Should I run this side? Should I run that side? He was really finding no place. So if someone who is not a devotee of Krishna, if he hears this pastime, he'll get doubts.
आपका आश्रम आपका भगवान यही है, पता भी नहीं, मम्मी आ रही है लकड़ी लेकर, उसे कहाँ जाना है, and you are saying he is अनंत कोटि ब्रह्मांड का है. But here, right in the first statement, Satyavati is saying, Namam Ishvara Satchidananda Rupam. His Rupa is Satchit and Ananda. He is full of Ananda. So he has nothing to cry. Because in the second shloka he is not crying. Right? But he is the storehouse of all Ananda. We should know that first. So with that disclaimer, Satyavati is starting the actual pastime. So here starting he says that he is Satchidananda, and it happened, this pastime happened in Gokul Brajamanam. And then he says, Yashoda Vyoluka Dhavamanam Param Rastyam Atyanta Dhurutya Gopyam. So Yashoda, Mother Yashoda is running behind him. Right? So we will not discuss the pastime, we know the pastime, why she was running behind him and what happened. So Mother Yashoda is running behind the Lord and she is catching the Lord from behind. You know, it's like if someone fights with you face to face and defeats you, it's one thing. But someone comes and catches you from behind, like you are taken by surprise. But if you see, so many people in the past have tried to catch Krishna. There was one demon called Kalanemi who was running behind Krishna. And he was just about to touch Krishna, but Krishna was 2 feet away. He was just about to touch Krishna. Krishna never got him. Of course, he took Kalanemi to that cave and he was burnt off. So there are so many yogis, so many devotees who are trying to capture Krishna. But Krishna is not captured. Krishna is captured by a simple gopi. Now Yashoda is a simple gopi. She doesn't know much. She doesn't know Shastra much. She doesn't know much other things. She has only one thing for the Lord, love. It's only by the love of the devotee that Lord is captured. We all also try to capture Lord, right? Every day. Aren't we trying to capture the Lord? Yeah. We are trying to capture the Lord. Every day we are making an attempt. It's good, right? But Lord doesn't sometimes, at least I am not able to capture him. I don't have that much love for the Lord. Right? So we are also trying to capture the Lord, but we are not having that love for the Lord. That's why you see here, this word is very important where the last line, the first word, Param Nishtam means out of lot of love and affection. Because Mother Yashoda had lot of love and affection for the Lord, she was able to catch Lord. Simple. We cannot catch Lord. I'm saying we are fortunate to see this form. Very, very few people are able to see this form of the Lord. How many of us had seen this form of the Lord before we came to ISKCON? I don't think so much. Not much. We must have seen a Bal Gopal, Laddu Gopal, all those things, but not this. This is a very, very intimate thing, even only in Srimad Bhagavatam, not even other places. Right? So here if you see, the same Lord whom we call as Ishvara is scared of Mother Yashoda. And there is one very nice word is used over here. Yashoda Vyoluka Dhavamanam. We say in Kokni, Dhawla or something. Dhawali was and not to shoot. So when someone runs away from a place, when someone is scared, he cannot fight or he cannot talk. Dhawla, shoot. And we laugh at them. So if you see over here, actually that word is used of Dhavamanam. He ran away. And he was actually searching exit. कुछ गड़बड़ हो गया तो हम लोग एग्जिट ढूंढते हैं ना, तो भगवान ढूंढ रहे थे एग्जिट किधर है. That is the amount of pressure he was on. Of course, he is acting. There was no pressure on the Lord, right? And Mother Yashoda captured him only because of her love. There is also explanation given before this that when Mother Yashoda, why he got angry, why he broke the pot, because Mother Yashoda was feeding him milk. And she kept him aside and she went to save the milk which was boiling on the stove, right? We know that story. So here the Acharyas are giving the analogy that when Putna came, Krishna delivered Putna by sucking her milk. And when Krishna was sucking the milk out of Putna, slowly he started sucking her life. And when Putna realized, I'm going to get killed, she tried to remove Krishna out of her breast. And Putna was such a strong demoness. She had strength of thousands of elephants. But she was not able to remove Krishna from her breast. But Mother Yashoda, she's a simple coward lady. She just felt I have to attend something else. She just removed Krishna with one hand like this. Better. And she went. And that same Krishna, he was not able. Acharya also says, no, Krishna had held the breast of Putna with her hand. And here also he was holding the breast of Mother Yashoda. But when she removed him out, it was so effortlessly she removed and kept him. And he was not able to do anything. That same Krishna who killed so many demons in this very form, this small age, he was not able to do anything with Mother Yashoda. That is because the Vatsalya Bhav of Mother Yashoda was much higher than the strength of Krishna. So Krishna can be conquered only by love, only by Vatsalya, nothing else. We cannot do anything. Our intelligence, our ability to do things, we can't do anything for the Lord. What we can do is only love. So this month of Kartik is specially meant to live as a devotee. Of course, remaining year also we should live as a devotee only. But this year is like real net practice. If we have to go to Vaikuntha, Vrindavan, then we have to really try to stay like proper devotees who really have love for the Lord. If you don't have love, Maharaj used to always say, we have to act like we have love for the Lord, and then it will come slowly. So this is the first stanza. Wherein, what is this first stanza? This first stanza is just setting up the scene of what's happening over here. He is very scared. Mother Yashoda is catching him, and he is trying to run away, but she has caught him because of her love. That is first stanza. Now we go to the second stanza. So what Satyavrat Muni does in the second stanza is he explains this Leela a little more elaborately. So here he says, Rudantam Muhur Netram Yugnam Rijantam Karam Bhoja Yuganena Satvata Netram. So here Satyavrat Muni is describing more details about this Leela. Where he is saying Krishna is crying, Rudantam, he's taken both his fists and he is doing marjanam like this on his eyes. Small children, they cry. So he is crying and he is shivering. Karam Bhoja Yuganena Satanta Netram. In his eyes, there is no fear, but there is terror. Fear is like small fear, but terror is like you multiply that fear by thousands of times. That same Krishna who is terror personified is feeling the terror of Mother Yashoda. That is the Leela. And this is how Krishna deals with his intimate devotees. He actually comes in the control of his devotees. And the next line is very something what we should try to focus on. Muhushvasa kampa ki rekata kantha sthita gaiva damodaram bhakti bandha. He was bandha. Bandha means tied by bhakti. Otherwise we cannot try Krishna. It is only because of bhakti of Mother Yashoda she was able to tie. When she got all the ropes, those ropes were 2 finger short, right? That means she got more rope, she tied it, she put it around, then she tried to put the knot, it was again 2 finger short. So this 2 finger short, Acharya says the first finger is our effort. So if we have to get Lord, we have to do efforts. We have to chant Hare Krishna, follow the 4 equity principles, maintain a sattvic lifestyle, follow what is there in Bhagavad Gita. That is our effort. And second thing is Kripa of the Lord. Even though our effort is 100%, but if we do not have Kripa of the Lord, it's not going to happen. So the entire Krishna conscious process is by one element, that is mercy. So if we get mercy of the Lord, then nothing like it. But for that we have to do efforts from our side. and then we leave it on the Lord. Lord, whenever you want to give me mercy, it's up to you. But I will do my work. I will keep doing what you have told me, and then it's up to you. So when these two things come together, that is the time when we are able to meet Krishna. Otherwise, it is not possible. So that is the meaning of two-finger shot. Right. So this Bhakti Bandham is coming again and again in every verse. If you see the third verse, so how the third verse starts? Iti Driksha Leela Bhi Ananda Kunde, then Swadosha Nimajanta Akyapayanta. So Iti Driksha means, the meaning of word Iti Driksha means the about to. Iti Driksha, that's the meaning of about to. So what Satyavrat Muni is saying, the about to verses, Iti Driksha Leela Bhi. Leela is like the first two shlokas. What is the first shloka? The Leela, what happened. Second shloka is the detail. How the Lord is looking, what is his mood, he is scared, he is crying, he is shivering. Neck, how many lines on the neck? How many lines on the neck? That is not possible. In the shloka it is. There are 3 lines on the neck. Why is there saying 3 lines on the neck? That time it was considered to be looking very good. 3 lines on the neck. Just like how we have 6 packs now. 6 packs बोले तो अच्छा दिखता है, right? So तभी 3 lines on the neck means it was considered you have a long neck and very beautiful neck, right? So that is how in detail the devotees are describing the beauty of the Lord. What do we want in life? We want to see something nice. But when we see the beauty of the Lord through our ears, it goes really deep inside. We remember this. Life is all about collecting experiences. That is life. Eating, sleeping, meeting, defending, that everyone does. But when we collect divine experiences, it remains with us. And that is what comes at the time of need. Otherwise, life just goes on. We just become old with time. And everything will go on. Nothing will wait for us. But in this journey, we have to collect divine experiences. Then it is perfection of life. Then बाकी सब गड़बड़ होने तो हमें फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. ये perfectly जा रहा है ना, that is perfect. Because that is eternal, शाश्वत. Remaining all will get old. No one will remember us. Right? No one will remember us. But what we will achieve in this lifetime, that only will come for our help. We will see that at the end of the shloka, end of the Ashtakam. So here, Satyavrat Muni says, the above 2 shlokas, what we saw, the Leela of the Lord, this Leela of the Lord takes the devotees in Ananda Kunde. Ananda Kunde means in the pond of Ananda, pleasure. Because what devotee wants? He wants to describe the glories of the Lord. The Chaturshloki Gita 10.8. What is 10.8? That is Aham Sarvasya Prabhu. I think 10.9, right? Machit Madagata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Shatayantasya Mam Nitya Tushyanticha Ravanticha. We'll recite this. Machit Madagata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Shatayantasya Mam Nitya Tushyanticha Ravanticha. In the month of Kartik, it is said that even if you recite one shloka of Bhagavad Gita, it is equivalent to reciting all the 18 Puranas. हो गया 18 Puranas हो गया. This is the recite here. That is the glory of Kartik. It is so powerful. We really don't. I was just talking to one devotee in the morning. We really don't know what we have got. बहुत रहे. Don't even waste 1 second in Kartik for doing something else. If even you're walking, driving, just stand Hare Krishna. Even taking bath, whatever you're doing, don't waste even 1 second. बाकी सब करने के लिए पूरी जिंदगी बाकी है. पूरी जिंदगी वही तो किया हमने. और क्या किया उसके अलावा? क्या फायदा है उसका? Don't waste this 30 days. No wasting. Even we chant one shloka, 18 Puranas chant करने का, we get the credit. Right? That is the mercy of Kartik. So here, Satyavrat Muni is saying that this Leelas of the Lord take the devotees into Ananda Kunde, Swaghosha Nimajanta Akhyapayantam. Akhyapayantam means narrating the pastimes Swaghosha. Swaghosha means the devotees of the Lord who are very dear to the Lord. They take pleasure in discussing about the Lord. And that is what we should be doing in the month of Kartik. We want to take pleasure in talking so many other things. This month of Kartik, we should take pleasure in discussing about the Lord. Right? I know it's difficult, but we should make a start. Somewhere we should start discussing about the Lord. The other person might get a little surprised. But we know what is eternal, what is Shashwat. All other things will get over, but this is eternally going to remain in our bank balance. Eternal bank balance. It will not, no one else can take it. Right? So, the third shloka speaks about the effect of this Leela. The effect is that it takes devotees in the pool of Ananda, Ananda Kunde. Kadiyeshu Jatneshu Bhaktati Jatvam Puna Prematasyam Sataprati Vande. And this is again possible only because Bhakti. See, the Bhakti word is coming 3 times in all the 3 stanzas. You noted all the 3 stanzas we spoke about Bhakti, Bhakti, Bhakti. Bhakti means devotional service to Lord. And here Satyavrat Muni is saying it is only possible because of Bhakti of the devotees. Otherwise it is not possible. And I put my Dandavat again and again to this form of yours, Lord. So first shloka is Leela. Second is detail, more detail about the Leela. The third shloka is what is the effect of this Leela. The effect is that it takes devotees in the pool of Ananda, bliss. Right? Just by looking at it, don't we feel some excitement? Tell me more about it. Right? If we don't feel, then we should get these questions out. Right? We should artificially try to think. Tell me more about this Leela. I want to know more about this Leela. So that is the third shloka. The fourth shloka is Varam Deva Moksha Na Moksha Vadinvai Na Chainam Rineham Vareshadapi Hai. So here the fourth shloka Satyavrat Muni is saying asking for something. I mean, he told what is the past Leela, he told what is the effect. Now he is asking for something to the Lord. Right? We say, ये क्या तो business हो गया ना, थोड़ा glorify करो भगवान, you are good and give me something. Right? But if we don't ask to Lord, whom we are going to ask Him? If we want something, we will ask our parents only, right? If we ask our neighbors, we don't know what neighbors will give. They might give us some wrong things also. And that's what is happening. We are not asking parents, we are asking neighbors, everyone we are asking. Parents to chodi. Parents know what is exactly required and they will give exactly the same thing. That's why it's a good habit to ask to the parents. And we should also know what to ask. Right? So Satyavrat Muni is saying, he's saying, I don't want any one. Varam Deva Moksham. I don't want even moksha, which everyone wants. Moksha means you are the boss, nothing, no work, no school, no exam, no boss, no husband tension, no wife tension, no children, kids, no traffic, no heat, no India losing tension, nothing. Moksha, Anand, bliss, Nirvana, you are always high. You are in Brahma Jyoti, white hai na wahan pe photo mein, you are there. You are always, means you are nothing. We can't even imagine that because even for 1 second in this Kali Yuga, even for 1 second you have not experienced that life. You are always in a tension, pressure, ये करो, वो करो. कुछ सब कुछ perfect है तो हम सोचते हैं सब perfect है, गड़बड़ है क्या? कुछ problem नहीं आया. सब ठीक है, WhatsApp check करते कुछ आया नहीं ना. Because we have not experienced that nirvana. And here Satyavrat Muni is saying, Krishna, I don't want moksha. And then he is also saying, moksha vadhim. Means I don't want moksha for eternity. That moksha is only for some time. You hang in Brahma Jyoti and you fall down because you get tired. Because you are alone over there. You get moksha but you are alone. After some time you get tired. Here Satyavrat Muni is saying, I don't want moksha for eternity also. I don't want any vara also from you. Krishna is Varadaraj. Anyone who's gone to Varadaraj temple, South India, he is standing like this. He is giving vara. He is written over here. Ma Sucha, do not fear. We'll go one day. Let's see when it is. Nice place. Ma Sucha, do not fear. He is Varadaraj. He is giving vara to everyone. And here Satyavrat Muni is saying, I don't want any vara. And God is saying, what do you want? He said, what? Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. Then Come here. Then last is bhakti. See everywhere. You see the common thread. Sometimes someone told me, Prabhuji, there are so many things to learn, so many Bhagavatam shlokas, so many Bhagavad Gita, every day new class. समझ में नहीं आता. But if you think peacefully, everywhere there is a common thread. Bhakti, bhakti, bhakti. Bhakti means devotional service. Everywhere it's a common thread. It's only told in different way because we don't want to tell the same thing again and again. We hear the same thing again and again. So everywhere it's the bhakti. So that's why this Damodar month is a month of bhakti. Increase your bhakti to Lord more and more in this month. So here, Krishna says, Satyavati says that I don't want anything, but what I want is this Bal Gopal form of yours, let that be always in my heart. What we said, life is all about collecting what? पैसा, घर, डिग्री, धन, संपत्ति, फॉलोअर्स, वो सब खत्म हो जाएगा. Life is all about collecting experiences, what we call as karmas, by karmas. And when these experiences are divine experiences, they remain with us eternally. So here Satyavrat Muni is saying, let this form of yours, where Mother Yashoda is tying you and you are so scared, like a small Bal Gopal, let this form remain in my heart. Whenever I close my eyes, let this form come in front of me. Right? When we are chanting and we suddenly doze off, what all things come in our mind, right? Other than Lord, everything comes. Right? Those who are chanting sincerely, you know it. So many things come in the mind. Lord doesn't come. Right? किसी के सपने में कृष्ण है क्या? बहुत रेयर है. पर बाकी सब चीजें आती हैं हमारे सपने में. Because अंदर ना वो सब भरा है. मेरे मन में, आपके मन में, आपके ड्रीम में आते रहेंगे कृष्ण. मेरे मन में कुछ नहीं आता. So Satyavrat Muni is exactly telling my story, saying, Lord, this form of yours, मेरे मन में भरने दो, ताकि when I close my eyes, only this form I am able to see. This is what he is asking for. He is not saying give me liberation or take me out of this material world. I am tired. This is okay. This is Janma Mrityu Jara, where he will come, go. But most important is this. And this is what we should learn. When we go in front of the Lord, all other things we ask, it is having no value. That is based on our samarthya, based on our karma, we will get all those things. But what we should ask for Lord is this. This form of yours, Lord, let that remain in my heart. Because that is very rare. That is eternal. And that is why I said we all are very fortunate. Very, very fortunate that we have got this knowledge. बहुत rare है. India is the supermarket of gods. सुपरमार्केट है. अभी एक लेटेस्ट गॉड आए हैं, आप लोगों ने देखा रहेगा. वो क्या करते हैं? गॉड बोलो क्या करते हैं? हाँ, अरे देखो सबको पता है क्या करते हैं. हाँ, पंखे को बंद करते हैं. ऐसे चढ़ते ऊपर ऐसा हाथ लगा के पंखा को रोकता है और पंखे को कचरा है वो सबको ऐसा लगाता है और उसको वो लोग बोलते हैं वाह क्या भगवान है. दैट इज द लेटेस्ट गॉड इन द मार्केट. ये ट्रिक हम लोग कॉलेज में करते थे और इससे हमारे कॉलेज के पंखे सारे बेंड होते थे. कुछ ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट नहीं है. इजी है बंद करना है. वो साइड में ऐसा टेढ़ा करके बोलो, कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. एंड पीपल आर सीइंग दैट इज गॉड. और उनको देख के अदर पीपल आर लिविंग द फेथ फ्रॉम गॉड. इट इज देयर. आपको रील्स में दिखेगा. ट्राई करो गॉड स्टॉपिंग द फैन बोल के. मैं सच बोल रहा हूँ. दैट इज द लेटेस्ट गॉड इन सुपरमार्केट. सुपरमार्केट भगवान के सुपरमार्केट में लेटेस्ट गॉड. एंड दैट इज व्हाट पीपल डोंट बिलीव. That is why we should be more thankful to Srila Prabhupada. How perfectly, out of all this mess and chaos, he gave us exactly what is required. कहाँ पता था कार्तिक महीना, कहाँ पता था क्या करना है, कहाँ पता था वृंदावन मायापुर द्वारका जाना है बोल के, नहीं पता था कुछ. Right? We didn't know anything. दिवाली के 20 दिन की छुट्टी मिलती थी, मामा के घर जाते थे, इधर जाते थे, उधर जाते थे. वेकेशन दिन गया. वैसा ही साल वैसे बड़े हो गया. 40 साल के हो गए अभी. We didn't know anything. But when we came in contact with devotees, they said, "No, Kartik month, you should go to Vrindavan, you should go to Mayapur, Dwarka, Jagannath Puri, Udupi Dham, somewhere you go, holy place." Right? When we come, and all this happens only when we come in association of devotees. Right? That's why we should never miss taking association. Even though I'm not feeling well, even though I don't like, even though I have fights, come and sit in the association of devotees. And that is what Satyavrata Muni is telling over here. Lord, this form of yours, where is saying, where he wants? In his heart. Kahan pe? Heart. And which form? This form. Okay? Yeah. Just hang on, let's see what happens next. So the fifth shloka, what was the first shloka? The general leela of the Lord. The second shloka, more detail, where he told me how the Lord is feeling. Third shloka is what? Effect, Ananda Kunde. ये दो लीला है ना, उससे devotee is going Ananda Kunde. What is the first shloka? Fourth one, he is asking for a boon. ये क्यों मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना? When we will be singing, you should go in that sequence. Okay, now Lord, I am asking something from you. What I should ask? This form of yours. I don't want anything, Lord. Lord will say, Sachme, don't want anything. Sachme, Lord, I don't want anything. I want this form of yours in my heart. Okay? Now see the fifth shloka, what he says. He says, Idam te mukam bhoja atyanta nilay. Here, Satyavrata Muni is describing the face of the Lord. Your face is like a blue lotus, atyanta nilay. Vridam kuntale snigdham rattasta kopyam. The curly hair, hair when they are black, curly and shining face is there, that curly hair looks even more nice. And then he says, Moos chumbitam bimba raktastaramne. Your lips are like a reddish bimba fruit. And then he says, Manasya avirastam alam laksya labhe. He says, this face of yours, let it remain in my heart. First what he had said, let this form, full form, remain in my heart. Now he started thinking, full form, no, let me go one step ahead. Let this face of yours, what he described by these three lines, it is so beautiful, there is curly hair, your lips are like bimba fruit. See? Otherwise what we remember? We remember the external material beauty of the world. Here, the beauty of the Lord is described. And Satyavrata Muni is saying, let this face of yours, Lord, let that be in my heart. He is going one step ahead. That is called as the Lobhyam or Lobhyam. Lobha means greed. Right? Greed is one of the 6 anarthas. But when we use that greed in seva of the Lord, then that is perfect. So here Satyavrata Muni is more greedy. He is saying, first he is saying this form of yours, let it be in my heart. Now he is saying, Lord, your face, your beautiful lotus-like face, let that be in my heart. Right? Because Lord's face is very enchanting. You see Radha Gopinath's face, so beautiful it is. Right? He just bent his head like this and is looking. Right? We were just talking to some devotees, all the deities in all the ISKCON temple. Their face is so beautiful. It looks they are live. To be very frank, I went to ISKCON temple only when I came to ISKCON. Before I never got a chance because we were in Goa कुछ था ही नहीं गोवा के बाहर कभी गए नहीं हम लोग कॉलेज में थे कभी गए. That time we came to know ऐसे दिखते हैं क्या भगवान. Their face is so lively. Right? We were talking to Saturday devotees that the deity of Juhu, Radha Ras Bihari, the tailor who is stitching the dress of Ras Bihari, what he says, every year I have to actually go and take the measurement of the Lord to stitch the dress. He says, ये fake रहा है, ऐसा थोड़ी होता है. तो deity है मार्बल की, वो थोड़ी मोटी छोटी होगी. बट ऐसा है. और वो टेलर जो है ना मुस्लिम है, हिंदू भी नहीं है. तो हिंदू है तो अपना ही लाल बोलेगा, सब मेरा है. तो मुस्लिम है, वो क्यों बोलेगा? Right? It's there. This interview also had come on a cutout. So Lord actually reciprocates, but we should know it. So here Satyavrata Muni is saying, this face of yours, Lord, let that be in the depth of my heart. That's why some devotees, when they are chanting, they keep the photo of the Lord in front of them and they chant with that power. Right? So that is shloka number 6. Sorry, shloka number 5. And 5 is also, he is asking something. Now let's come to shloka number 6. Here he is saying, Namo Deva Damodar Ananta Vishnu Prasiddham Prabho Dukha Jala Himagnam Kripa Drishti Vishtati Dina Matanu Grahanesha Mahamadhyam Edasha Drishya. In this shloka, Satyavrata Muni is going one more step ahead. And this shloka is also about asking. यहाँ पे भी भगवान, यहाँ पे भी सतगुरु मुझे मांग ही रहे हैं. And what he is asking? He is thinking, why should I ask that? Let the face of the Lord remain in my heart. Why not to ask, Lord, come in front of me face to face? Pratyaksh darshan. Right? Sometimes when someone is very merciful, you just take a chance and ask, ye de do mujhe, bahut bada. So Satyavrat Muni is also like that. So you see 3 shlokas, he is only asking. He is not shying away from asking. He will say, ये तो business हो गया, भगवान को अच्छा बोलो और मांगो उनसे. But what he is asking? He is asking for bhakti. He is asking this form of your Lord, please give me that darshan. And in this shloka, if you see over here, he is calling out the names of the Lord. Namo Deva Damodar Ananta Vishnu Prasiddha Prabhu Dukha Jwaladi Magna. So here he is calling out for 5 names, 6 names of the Lord. Deva, Damodar, Ananta, Vishnu, Prabhu and Isha. 6 names. So he is calling out the name of the Lord again and again. Oh Damodar, oh Ananta, oh Prabhu, please, this form of yours, please give me that darshan. When we, every day when we are chanting Hare Krishna, what we are doing? We are doing the same thing. We are calling out the Lord. Lord, please give me a seva. Lord, please give me a seva. This process is not different than what we are doing, chanting Hare Krishna. That's why in the month of Kartik, chanting Hare Krishna, a lot of stress is given on chanting Hare Krishna. So if we are chanting 16 rounds on normal days, normal month, in this month we should be chanting more rounds. At least increase it by 2 more rounds. Make it 18 at least. Otherwise you can chant 20 rounds, 25 rounds. And when you are not chanting, when you are walking, driving, cooking, keep singing Hare Krishna. Keep singing. There is no account. Don't keep account. That is separate. Your on beads are separate. Whatever you do otherwise is separate. Because everything what we do is going to have amazing credits. That is what is Kartik month. So if you see ahead in the 6th shloka, he is asking, Lord, please come to me in front of me face to face. And he is doing it by calling the names of the Lord. In the 7th shloka, what he is doing? Which is the 7th shloka? 7th shloka our favorite है. What Lord is saying in 7th shloka? कुबेर आत्मा जो बाधा मृत्यु, कुबेर आत्मा जो बाधा मृत्यु यत्वा त्वया मोचिता भक्ति भाजम कृतौ. So here Satyavrat Muni is giving reference of whom? Sons of Kubera, Nal and Manigriva. Nal, Kuber and Manigriva. So here you know the story, right? They were in Mandaki, Ganga and Narad Muni had cursed them and then they said sorry. Then he said, okay, I am cursing you, but I am cursing you to become trees in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. So here Satyavrat Muni is saying, oh Lord, you are so powerful that when you were tied up, you released these 2 sons of Kubera. So please also release me. You know, sometimes we give reference ना कि उसका काम किया ना मेरा भी कर रही, देख उसको भी दिया ना मुझे भी देना ही पड़ेगा, मैंने देख लिया. तो ऐसे, so who can do this? Who is very close to the Lord? Only he can do that. Na? Can we go to a very big person and say, "तुमने उसका किया मेरा भी करो," मार के भगा क्या भागे ऐसे बोलेंगे. So this tells what is the mood of devotees with the Lord. They take Lord to be on a very personal level. And here Satyavrat Muni is giving reference of the sons of Kubera. The sons of Kubera were delivered by you. And how they were delivered? They were delivered when you were tied up. You were tied up. Krishna wasn't free. He went with a grinding motor only. He went between the trees and pulled open the trees. And 2 Rajkumars came out. So here Satyavrat Muni is saying, we are also like the trees. Only that we are moving. We are also like trees. Please release us also. Right? So we have to do this prayer. So that's why we said in the start, this Damodar Ashtakam is actually a prayer. It is just not a recitation that we do. It's a prayer. We don't get separate time for prayers. हम prayer के लिए separate time निकालते नहीं ना. Japa is also a prayer. So reciting Damodar Ashtakam is also a prayer. That's why we should know the meaning of Damodar Ashtakam. Some words should be stressed. So वो आप सबका पर्सनल है. आप you decide which word you want to stress. Then you will have that connection. Otherwise आपको Damodar Ashtakam बोलना है खत्म हो गया. वैसा नहीं करना है.
एक कनेक्शन डेवलप करना है. In Damodar month, we have to develop a personal connection with the Lord, which will remain even after Damodar month. So when we be singing Damodar Ashtakam, some words have to be your favorite. Then when that word is taken, you remember the whole Leela. It can be any word, that's up to you, but you should have something like that. That is what the Acharya says. So even when Acharyas do tika, tipri or summary, they pick up one word. So if you see Prabhupada also, when he wrote the purpose of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, he picked up some word. He said this word in this shloka is important, and then he gave the summary of that word. So some words are very striking. So we should develop a connect to Lord through His words.
Right? So here he is giving the references that you delivered them when you were tied up. Now please also deliver me. And then the second two lines, Tatha prema bhakti swakama prayacha namokshe graho mesti damodareho. Again, out of lot of love and devotion, I am asking you again, na mokshe graho mesti damodareho. I am telling you again, I don't want moksha. Na mokshe graho mesti damodareho. Now why is he saying again? ऊपर तो 2-3 बार बोला, वापस क्यों बोल रहा है? Because here he is thinking Lord might tell him, okay, उनको मैंने liberation दे दिया, तुमको भी दे दूंगा liberation. He said, नहीं, उनको दे दिया ना, मुझे वो liberation नहीं चाहिए. मुझे क्या चाहिए? This form of yours, always remember in my heart or in front of me. So again and again he is trying to put that point. You sometimes Lord, see, sometimes when we become devotees, Lord gives us a lot of things. You know, once Sandeep was saying that Lord will never be alone. Sometimes, okay, once one devotee came and told Prabhupada, yesterday I saw Krishna in my dream. Sometimes people say that, na? Krishna came in my dream. So Prabhupada asked him, did you see Maya? She was also standing. Was she standing next to Krishna? He said, no, it was only Krishna was there. No, then you didn't see Krishna, you might be someone else. Because Krishna comes also with Maya to test us. His Grace Mahatma Prabhu has written a book called Leaving the Bhakti Wisdom. In that, in the very first chapter, he is saying Krishna is going to test us when we become devotees. What is there to become devotee? Kanti mala dalo, jap mala lo. कितने का 200 रुपए का पंकज कितने का जप माला 200 रुपए का एक धोती डालो कुर्ता डालो तिलक लगाओ हो गए डिवोटीज और जपा करते रहो वैसे भी तो हमको कुछ ना कुछ करना है राइट डिवोटी बनना बहुत सिंपल है इट डजंट 2-3 रुपए लगता है बट कृष्णा इज नॉट टू टेस्ट दैट इज व्हाई व्हेन वी बिकम डिवोटीज लाइफ बिकम्स इवन मोर डिफिकल्ट बिकॉज़ कृष्णा टेस्ट यू नो व्हाई कृष्णा टेस्ट Prabhupada also used to say this. Krishna tests to check whether we have really come to serve Krishna or we have come here to disturb Krishna. Very powerful line. Krishna tests whether we have come here to serve Him or to disturb Him. He is in Vrindavan doing His Leela. He is happy. Everything is perfect. Whether we have come here to disturb Him or to serve Him. Whether we have come here to become part of His Leela. Okay, you come here to disturb him. मुझे ये नहीं मिल रहा, देखो उसने मुझे ये बोला, ये ड्यूटी मुझे ये बोलता है, ये उसने मुझे बुलाया नहीं, ये ना मेरे खिलाफ ही शरीयत करता है ये लोग. क्या है? Are we here to disturb him? His leela, or should we become part of his leela? Lord, tell me what I can serve you. Tell me, give me some seva. क्या करूँ मैं? That is where the test comes. If we fail, we go out. And we come afterwards, but by that time a lot of Maya has already taken over us. Very powerful line. It just struck me when I was reading. Krishna tests us whether we are here to serve Him or disturb Him. And God forbid, we should be in the bucket of serving, not in the bucket of disturbing. That's why we say when we walk inside the temple, all the things we should keep out. All our upadi, padvi, and this and that. Who cares who we are? We are coming in front of Ishwar. Right? Problem comes, egos come in front when we come with upadis, when we come with designations. How he can do this to me? How he can say this to me? I am so and so. I have done so much in the world. I have earned this.
When all those things comes, that is where problem comes. And then we start disturbing Krishna. Then the service element is gone. Why we chant Hare Krishna? We chant Hare Krishna to tell Krishna, Krishna, please give me seva, please give me seva. But when, because of our ego, we misunderstand things, then the service element is gone. Then we just here to disturb Krishna. And Krishna is not going to turn away his face. He is going to listen to us. But he is going to put us in that bucket of disturbing child. You know, कभी 10 बच्चे होते थे, अभी तो एक ही रहता है बच्चा. 10 बच्चे होते थे, तो 2-3 बच्चे एकदम पढ़ाकू रहते थे, 2-3 बच्चे एकदम डाकू रहते थे. तो माँ बाप छोड़ते नहीं थे, सबको खिलाते थे, लेके बैठते थे. बट पता था ये डाकू बनेगा, डॉक्टर बनेगा. पता था माँ बाप छोड़ेंगे नहीं. But who wants to be in the bucket of डाकू? Everyone wants to be in the bucket of doctor or engineer or a good person. So similarly, our parents are not going to leave us. But he will look us, वो गया की दृष्टि से देखेगा, बोल बेटा. Why you want Lord to see you like that? Lord का शाक्य से भूलना चाहिए, मेरा बेटा है, देखो, my son, right? कोई बच्चे का कोई बड़ा बन गया बेटा, तो माँ बाप कैसे बोलते, मेरा बेटा IAS बन गया, मेरा बेटा है, ये ऐसा बन गया, वो पुलिस पकड़ रहे ना, मेरा बेटा है, ऐसा लगेगा, right? So it's up to us. What we want the Lord to say. Lord, मतलब छाती फूल के गोलोक वृंदावन से देखने को मड़गांव में आएगा, मेरा बेटा है. ऐसा फूलना चाहिए छाती भगवान का. But for that you have to earn it. Nothing, no, there are no free lunches. फुकट में कुछ नहीं मिलता है, कुछ नहीं मिलता है. There are no free lunches. We have to earn. We have to earn the position. We have to earn the respect, even in the eyes of Lord. And Lord gives you everything. Mahatma Prabhu was saying, Lord helps us to build that staircase of reaching to. He is building himself with his hand. But we should be willing to walk on it. We don't want to walk on it, then what else he is going to do? He is going to drag us to him. That is not love. Right? So this month is very, very powerful for us to develop that love. Because it is very rewarding. We do one thing, we get 10 things in return. It is, see, this one very, very secret element of bhakti is that we should have some sukruti to do bhakti. You see, for some devotees it is very easy to do bhakti. They chant immediately 16, 1 saal mein 16 mala. Some devotees for 10 years they are coming 2 mala, 3 mala, udhar hi hai, ek ki regular to principal, abhi tak ye nahi ho raha hai, wo nahi ho raha hai. Why it is like that? Everyone is going through the same process. Because that sukruti element is not there. Sukruti means, just like we have pious credit in karma, in bhakti we call it sukruti. Sukruti means good deeds in bhakti. Some devotees have lot of sukruti for their backing, so it becomes very easy for them to practice bhakti. That sukruti कैसे मिलती है? दोनों तरह से होते हैं. एक अज्ञात सुकृति होती है, एक खुद होते हैं. अज्ञात सुकृति संबंध की जो प्रसाद, just when you are walking you heard Krishna, Hare Ram, तो सुकृति build-up होते रहती है. In the month of Kartik, it is special opportunity to build, to accelerate this process of building Sukruti. Getting my point? Just like ants, they collect food in summer so that when it is winter and rainy, they have stock. ऐसा हम कार्टून में देखते थे पहले, ants collect करते हैं, I don't know they collect or not. Similarly, in the month of Kartik, we should collect Sukruti, भरते रहो Sukruti. बाकी 11 महीना perfectly निकलना है ना. हम निकल गए तो भक्ति से छूट जाएगी ट्रेन, फिर इधर ही मड़गांव में रहना पड़ेगा. तो ये महीने में इतना सुकृति कमाना है कि बाकी के 11 महीने परफेक्टली निकले. That is the secret. That's why devotees do so much of austerity, not for any other reason. Because we are scared, we are in Maya. This world is not a place of gentlemen. Prabhupada used to say again and again, padam padam yad vipadam. And for devotees it is next to impossible. If someone is really, really want to become a devotee and go back to home, back to Godhead, this world is not the place to stay. The type of people we deal with, the type of people we talk to, they are different. That they are going to corrupt our mind. So for us to stay strong, we have to have Sukruti. And that Sukruti can be earned in this month of Kartik.
Right? So that's why we say do as much as bhakti as possible. And now, so he used references of the sons of Kubera, and then now we come to the last stanza. So now Krishna asks, okay fine, I heard you. Do you have any recommendation? सिफारिश है क्या कुछ? किसी ने सिफारिश किया है क्या?
Satyavama is thinking, किसका सिफारिश दूं मैं अभी? कृष्णा सिफारिश मांग रहा है, ये मैंने ठीक से दिया तो हो जाएगा, ये मैंने गड़बड़ दिया तो मैं आउट हो जाऊंगा, किसका सिफारिश दूं? So he gives the recommendation of highest personality, that is Radharani. So he says, Namaste to, the first two stanza, he again glorifies the Lord. Namaste to Dhamne, Suraviti Dhamne, Tadiyodorayada Vishwasa Dhamne. I pay my obeisances to the rope which is binding you, and I also pay my obeisances to your belly, because your belly is the storehouse of all the universes. When Mother Yashoda had opened the mouth of Krishna, when he had eaten dirt, she saw all the universes in his mouth and everything inside. So your belly is the source of all the universes. I put my obeisances. And then he says, Namo Radhikaye Tvadiya Priyaye. I am offering my obeisances to Srimati Radharani, who is very dear to you. Namo Nanda Leelaya Devaya Tibhyo. So this Leela of yours, I should remember eternally. Now without Radharani, nothing is possible. Even the prasad what we cook, it goes through Radharani. Everything, even we sing, we start the lecture, we start with Jai Radha Radha first. Without Radharani, nothing. So this month of Damodar is also actually Radharani's month. And what is after Damodar, which is the next month in Hindu calendar? Margao. So Margao is somewhere in one Purana it is said Margao is Lord Krishna's month. So to reach Krishna's month, you have to go through Radha's month. So Radharani's mercy is very, very important. Right? So we spoke enough on Radha Tattva in Radha Ashtami lecture. So all of you are there. But we should know back of our mind that without Radharani's mercy, nothing can be done. Right? So we go to Vrindavan, we go to Mayapur, we go anywhere, we should carry Radharani's mercy. Only then we will be able to enter the dham. Otherwise we can physically go. There's nothing big to go to any dham. Just nowadays everything is so easy. Just buy a air ticket and go. So many people book their yatra, but something or other happens and yatra gets cancelled. So we have to pray to Radharani. Radharani, a lot of devotees are coming to Mayapur this year. So even for us, we say unless we don't reach Mayapur, it is never confirmed. So we have to pray to the mercy of Srimati Radharani. Oh Radharani, if you allow me, I will be willing to go. Please allow me to go to Dham. This Dham are yours, Vrindavan is yours, Mayapur, Jagannath Puri is yours. Please give me entrance to your Dham. Because if you don't have that servitude attitude, going to yatra is just like going to any other tourist place. Some people used to tell us, ISKCON, no, you take all that tour, Mysore and all, you take us. I said, we don't go to Mysore. So people have that in their mind. ISKCON means a tour. Some make tour right there. It's not a tour. Right? So when we go as a tourist mentality, we'll come back as tourists only, exhausted and tired. What happens after tour? We are tired, exhausted. So we don't want that to happen. We want to be inspired and transformed after yatra. So for that, we have to pray to Srimati Radharani. Please allow me. I have got this. You have given me this human form of life. It's very rare. Human form of life is most rare thing. And in that human form of life, I got this opportunity to hear about you in the month of Kartik. I am getting this opportunity to go to your holy dham in the month of Kartik. There cannot be anything bigger than this. Satyavama Muni also says, there is nothing more bigger than this. Please give me the right frame of mind. This whole month of Kartik I will be performing. Please give me the right frame of mind. I can perform it nicely. So that at the end of my life I can come back to you. So this month of Kartik should be a month of prayers. We should pray. See, we are actually begging to everyone. To be very frank. I cannot agree that no one begs even for one day. We are at least begging to our mind, please listen to me. Right? So we should beg to the Lord. Back to Radharani. Because they are waiting to give us treasure what we cannot even imagine, beyond our imagination. Right? So this month of Kartik is the most auspicious month. As we said, do not waste even 1 minute. Everyone must have taken your own vows. Please keep your vows. Be in company of each other, motivate each other, inspire each other to keep your vows. Now vows can be increase in the number of rounds. If you are chanting 16 rounds, chant 2 rounds more, 4 rounds more. Vows can be chanting all the rounds in the morning. Vows can be, if you are not following some regulatory principle, I'll follow this regulatory principle. That can be a vow. Wow, I will read Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, so many shlokas a day, 2 shlokas a day, 1 shloka a day, right? Matajis are sending on the group, every day she is sending 1 shloka, at least read that 1 shloka. I will be hearing Hari Katha every day 10 minutes, 10 minutes तो निकाल ही सकते हैं, गाड़ी चलाते चलाते 10 मिनट हो जाएगा. So we have already sent all those things on the group. So we have to take some vows. Don't go in this month just like I was going the other month. Some austerity we have to do. कुछ तो परिश्रम करना पड़ेगा, right? So once again, I request you all to take full benefit of this month. And also very, very important thing is praying for other devotees. Not only praying for yourself, it is very, very important that we pray for other devotees. Right? Everyone is going through problems, everyone is going through trials and tribulations. But when we pray for others, Krishna becomes more peace. Anyone will pray for himself. What is the big deal about it? There is a big sale going on. Jeweler shop is open. And Mataji says you can take anything for you. Right? Everyone will go and fill their bag with all the jewelry. But if you take something, small bag, and say this is for my neighbor, or this is for my friend, that is selflessness. Right? Because we will never be satisfied with what we get. We must get more. But when we pray for others, we become selfless. And that is what pleases the Lord. Because then Lord says, my son will want to take care of his brother and sister. Lord is satisfied that, ho gaya, mera kaam ho gaya. Now they will go take care of each other. Right? These are the more details of Chaitanya Charitamrita. These all are mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Prabhuji will take next month again class on Chaitanya Charitamrita. That's why we started CC. CC is more detailed. It's our personal relationship. What actually pleases the Lord. Right? So this month, don't only pray for yourself, but pray for others. Right? Just try to pray for others. You will find that rasa. You will find the satisfaction. Right? So this month of Kartik, very, very auspicious. Even the lamps, what we are lighting, you all know. Don't miss lighting the lamp. One of our boys have gone to Germany, so I told him, साथ में lamp लेके जा, airport पे भी जला. Don't miss even one day. So Germany में कोई जा रहा है तो उसके साथ हमने लैम्प भेजे हैं. आप लोग तो गोवा में ही है, so don't miss. लेट होगा कभी काम से आने के लिए, 12 बजेंगे घर में पहुंचने के लिए, दिखाइए लैम्प. फोटो नहीं है तो फोन पे गूगल पे जाइए, राधा दामोदर, यशोदा दामोदर दिखाइए and show on the phone. But do not please waste a single day without showing the lamp. We really request you all, because the amount of sukriti we will get to practice our sadhana will be immense. Every lamp that we light, Padma Puran says that when we leave our body, when the soul is moved out from the body, it's all dark, pitch dark, kuch nahi dikhta hai samne. They are pulling us, they are pulling and taking us to Yamloka, left, right and center. And it's all dark. And the number of lamps that we light in our lifetime, the amount of light which is produced by that lamp, that amount of light will show us light at that time. This is an Padma Purana. तो लैम्प और चलाइए, एक क्यों, सुबह भी दिखाइए, शाम को भी दिखाइए, दोपहर को भी दिखाइए, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Right? Even if you light a lamp for someone else, it's like doing Ashwamedh Yajna. So don't wait for lamp. You light and give it to someone else. Even when you light a lamp and give it to someone else, it's like doing Ashwamedh Yajna. It's immense. You can't even imagine. There's only few things what we are saying. So many things are there about Kartik. So every activity what you do in Kartik, we cannot imagine what we get. So again, why I'm saying all this is so that we are not losing this. Even our children are studying somewhere, working somewhere out of Goa, tell them this is the best thing we can give them. Remaining everything we have given them, this is the best thing we can give them. Right? So please take maximum benefit of Kartik, and most importantly, pray for each other. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.